Good afternoon. I'm Beppy, and I'm going to take us through a little practice in flexibility in the upper body today. That would be stretching things like our head, neck, our shoulders, possibly a little bit of our rib cage, back shoulder blades, hands, fingers, and wrists. So I'm sticking with the upper body today. You may stand if you'd like, or you may sit in a straight back chair just as long as your back is free from the back of the chair, which will give you a little more flexibility in the upper body. So let's begin. It's going to be about 15 minutes today. And what I'd like us to do is just energize with our breath, a couple big deep breaths, bringing it all the way up, reaching for the ceiling on the inhale, and then exhaling down. And another big one. Bring it up, energizing that breath into our joints for the work we're going to do, reaching and then bringing it back down. Good job. Bringing the shoulders up toward those ears, scrunching them, and then pushing them away as far as we can. Bringing them up and pushing them away. Rolling the shoulders back, breathing all the while you're exercising here, connecting the breath with the movement. And now forward with those shoulders. Very nice. I'm going to try and mirror us today so that when you're looking at me, we're doing the same side. I'm doing the opposite of what you are doing. So if you can, please take right now your chin and take it over to your right shoulder, looking right over that shoulder, breathing in and out, and bringing the chin back to the center, and now over to the left shoulder. Look out and breathe in and out, and back to the center. We'll do that one more time, taking a breath as you reach and stretch. Exhale, look, take a breath, come back, and take a breath before you look out over that other shoulder, and bringing it back. Very nice. Drop the chin toward the chest. Hang out here for a moment for 2 breaths. Good. And now bringing it level with the floor and looking up at the ceiling. Gently lifting the chin toward the ceiling, taking 2 breaths. Very nice. And bringing it back. Taking your right hand right on top of the head, placing the palm, bringing your right ear toward your right shoulder gently, and give yourself just a little bit of extra pull with that hand as you breathe, letting that neck muscle stretch out and bringing it back gently toward the center again. Taking the other hand, which would be your left, placing it on top of the head, palm down, and bringing your left ear to your left shoulder and giving it a little tug, holding it there. Very nice. Bringing it up straight. Let's do that one more time. We're going to put a little extra on it and build on it right now. Taking your right hand and bringing your right ear to the right shoulder. And now dropping that chin down, looking at the floor. And breathe. And breathe. Very nice. Bringing that chin level again. And taking the arm away, and now to the other side. Flat hand, top of the head, and bringing the ear toward the shoulder. Good. And now taking the chin and dropping it gently down toward the chest as you look toward the floor. And breathe. Very, very nice. Gently come out of that pose and bringing the arms to your sides. I want you to take them straight up again, placing the fingertips and the palms together, and I want you to drop the fingers toward the front and then drop them to the back. You can bend your elbows a little bit. It's okay. It's just getting some flexibility in the wrists and the shoulders right here. Very good. One more time. Connect the breath with the motion of the stretch. Good job. Bringing the hands down into cactus pose. If I'm turning to the side, it looks like this, just like a cactus. I'm going to bring those elbows in, those forearms in together, and connect my palms. I'm going to turn to the side. Good job. And now bring them as wide as you can, pulling those elbows back and bringing them in together. Don't hold your breath. Bringing them open, and one more time. Bringing them together and open. Very, very nice. And together again. Excellent. Okay, I want you to just massage your hands together for a moment. You know, rubbing the fingers all the way out to the fingertips and the wrists, and get a little massage going of both of those hands. Good. The first exercise I'd like us to do is make a fist, wrapping our thumbs around our fingers, and I want you to go inward and make circles, going inward toward the chest, breathing in and out. Very nice. And now I'd like you to reverse that direction and go out and around, out and around. Very good. And now taking the hands flat, turning them over, turning them upright, so palms face the ceiling, down and up, down and up. And now taking the hands together like you're holding something heavy in those palms, and I'd like you to keep your elbows tucked in, touching your trunk of your body, and separate the hands, and then bring them together again. I'll turn to the side. Separate the hands and bring together, and separate the hands and bring them together. Very nice. Okay, I'd like you to shake them out a little bit, and I want you to rotate those fingertips as wide as you can, like a big starfish. You can touch your thumbs here in the middle if you want, and stretch them out as far as you can, and now tighten everything together. And stretch them out as far as you can, and tighten them together. We'll do that one more time. Stretch them out as far as you can. Good, and then tighten them together. Taking your right arm, I'd like you to extend it fully out flat with your wrist bent and the palm facing outward. Just like that. Good. Like you with the other hand to take those fingers and gently bring them back toward you so that you've really got some resistance on those fingers, and you're forcing your wrist to really stretch, especially on the underside. Good. And then shake that out. And let's take the other hand, which would be your left. Flat hand, okay? And taking the fingers and gently pulling them toward you and your face. Give it a little resistance as you breathe, as you breathe. Good. And now let's take the fingers and wiggle them a little bit, and we'll do our finger exercises. For those of us who have some arthritis, it's good to move every little joint in our fingers, touching your index finger to your thumb, and then make a concerted effort to touch each finger to the pad of your thumb individually, and making a nice circular O each time through, beginning again at the index fingers, and then the middle finger, and then the ring finger, and the little finger. We'll do that one more time, starting with the index finger, making a nice round O, and the middle finger, and the ring fingers, and lastly, the little finger. Very good. Shake them out a little bit and work all those joints like you're playing a real fast piano, back and forth, all different directions. Very good. Excellent. And making those hands as wide as you can back into that cactus pose that we did before. And we touched our forearms together in the center, and then we brought them up. This time, I want to bring them in together and go straight up and bring them right back down. And we're going to go straight up and bring them down. Now you may feel that your shoulder blades are just separating and really expanding. That's the whole point of this. You want to stretch out those muscles in the upper back, in the shoulders, bringing it back down. Good. And one more time. Bringing it up and down. Excellent. Okay, back to our shoulders. We did some shrugs and some circles at the beginning. Now I'd like to add a little twist with it. So you're going to take your right hand and you're going to bring it up and over so that you're just like giving yourself a pat on the back. A lot of you might just get to the shoulder. Some of you might get back here toward the shoulder blade so that my elbow is facing straight out and I'm patting myself on the back. Very good. Now I would like you to look out over that shoulder and breathe. And breathe. Very good. And then taking that arm away, putting that down at your side, and taking now your left arm, bending at the elbow, giving yourself a pat on the back. And I'd like you to hold that for a moment as you breathe. And now look out over the same shoulder of that same arm that is crossed and patting yourself on the back. Looking out over that shoulder. Very good. And back. All right. Work those shoulders back and now forward. Very good. And one last time here, I'd like us to massage our hands a little bit again. Excellent. And I want you to think about interlacing your fingers. Your thumbs can be tucked in. And I want you to extend the hands out in front of you so that your palms are facing outward. There you go. And hold that stretch as you breathe. Very nice. And then bringing them back in toward the front and your chest again. And we'll do that one more time. Take a breath. And extend as you exhale. As you exhale. Beautiful. And taking them down to your side. Okay, I'd like to do a couple little twists right here before we finish with a little facial massage. I'd like you to turn to your right, and I'd like you to swivel the rib cage over and look behind your right shoulder. Look behind as you breathe and come back to the center. Shoulders nice and straight. Take a breath here, and we're going to go to the other side this time. And twist. That would be to your left. Look behind your left shoulder. Very good. And coming around to the front. Very nicely done. Let's finish today with just a little bit of facial massage. And I'd like you to just take your fingertips, swiping across the forehead, starting in the center by the third eye, and just apply a little pressure as you pull over towards your temples. Very good. And then up from the cheeks, Very good. And then underneath the eyes, taking those hands and swiping them under. Very good. Excellent. Heels of the hands right on the cheekbones. I'd like you to massage gently, maybe going in a clockwise direction, and then finishing by going in the opposite direction. Very nice. And dropping your hands into the lap, taking a couple deep breaths. Inhale and exhale. And your right arm up, reach. And exhale, putting it down. And the left arm up and reach on the inhale. And exhale. And now both arms up. And exhale. Thank you for attending and practicing with me on a lesson in flexibility and stretching for the upper body today. Thanks for coming. Bye-bye. See you next time.